Planned Parenthood says they have no choice but to close two clinics in Utah. They say their Utah branch is one of 9 around the country being targeted by a federal funding freeze. KSL's Courtney Johns joins us from the newsroom with the impact of those cuts on clinics and their patients. Courtney?
Yeah, Planned Parenthood says they've already closed their Logan clinic, and tomorrow they're shutting down the St. George Center. So today we spoke with a former patient and the head of Planned Parenthood about what this means for the community.
I wasn't quite an adult, but was starting on that path.
Rachel Turk got married while a junior at Utah State University, kicking off a new chapter in adulthood and kicked off her parents' insurance.
I wasn't ready to start a family, and so that was something I definitely needed some help and support on.
She found that help and support at Planned Parenthood in Logan.
Would go and get my pap smear, get my breast exam, do all the things that women should be doing.
But Rachel learned a few weeks ago that center is closing along with another clinic in St. George. The reason? The Trump administration put a freeze on $2.8 million in funding to Planned Parenthood of Utah, money they receive each year through Title X family planning, which does not cover abortions.
So the thing that people will lose is quick access to high-quality, low-cost care.
Interim President Shireen Gorbani says they were Utah's only recipient of Title X funds.
And that is to pay for STI testing and treatment, birth control, cancer screening, basic health care services that many Utahns have relied on for decades in this state.
She says the Logan Clinic served over 1,600 patients last year. St. George, more than 2,800. And she says they'll have to raise fees on their sliding scale at the 6 centers still open.
It's been under threat all the time, you know, and I keep feeling like I have to keep telling this story and saying, hey, I used this as a young student. I've used it since then.
Now she's concerned for today's young adults, including her daughter, who's getting ready to start college.
I thought I'd be giving my daughter more, not less, than what I had. And that is really disheartening and troublesome.
Now, as for why this freeze is happening, Planned Parenthood told us they think that they're being targeted because they support diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we also reached out to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, but we have not received a response. Back to you.
All right, Courtney Johns with that story live in the newsroom. Thank you, Courtney.